Hello, my name is Jake Beshta, and I'm the WIA Assistant Director that oversees 11 player football. Welcome to Week 4's edition of In the Trenches. This week's episode will cover one primary topic, and we'll be looking at the general principles of pass interference and the different categories of defensive and offensive pass interference. We'll end this week's video with a few reminders as we begin preparing for Week 4 games. It's hard to believe I'm saying that already. The season is flying by. Pass interference. Pass interference by either team is an act by a player more than 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage that significantly hinders an eligible player's opportunity to catch a legal forward pass. The foul can only occur when a forward pass is thrown from behind the line of scrimmage and is in the air. When we're looking at key criteria, it has to be an act that restricts a player's movement, not simply contact. Two players that are banging around while both making an effort to reach the ball is not a foul. There are some indicators that potentially will help you identify situations that could lead to pass interference, and that may be a player biting or taking a fake by their opponent, or having to chase somebody down because they're initially beat on an initial movement. So there are certain situations that you can see develop that really indicate to you need to get in position and be ready to see the entire play in front of you so you can make the right determination. Defensive pass interference. Defensive pass interference is committed by a defensive player against an eligible offensive receiver. The rules of DPI apply from the time the ball is thrown until it is touched. There are 6 categories of defensive pass interference. An arm bar, where an arm is placed across a receiver's body, restricting their movement. A hold, where the defender grasps an opponent, particularly their arm, to prevent them from reaching a pass. Not playing the ball, the defender does not make an effort to reach the pass, often by not looking back for the ball, and contacts the opponent, restricting their movement or knocking them off their path to the ball. Playing through the back, the defender contacts the opponent's back before touching the ball. A hook and twist or a hook and turn, an arm is hooked around the opponent's waist or shoulders, and a twisting motion restricts them from their effort to touch the pass. And then a cutoff, where even when looking back for the ball, the defender cannot position themselves to prevent an opponent from moving toward a pass. Keep in mind that face guarding and the NFHS rules, a key difference at high school specifically is the handling of face guarding. In NFHS rules, a defender can hinder a receiver's vision without making any contact as long as they are making an effort to get the ball. This is no longer a foul in NFHS as long as there is no contact. The penalty for defensive pass interference is a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. The down is replayed, and you are using signal 33 to indicate this specific call. Note, there can be illegal contact with a Team A player that is not pass interference. An example is a grab of the receiver's jersey, which materially restricts the receiver and takes away their feet. That could either occur before a pass is thrown or against a receiver to whom the pass is not thrown. The penalty for illegal use of hands and defensive holding is 10 yards from the previous spot. Offensive pass interference. OPI is committed by an offensive player against a defensive player. The rules for OPI apply from the time the ball is snapped until it is touched. This means OPI can be called even before the ball is thrown. There are 3 categories of offensive pass interference. Blocking downfield before the ball has been touched. This is the common pick play, as it's often referred to. An offensive player blocks a defender to create an advantage for a teammate to catch a pass. This is illegal if the block occurs more than 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage. Shoving or pushing off and creating separation. This is the most common type of offensive pass interference. A receiver shoves or pushes a defender away to get open for a pass. And then lastly, driving through a defender who has established position. An offensive player runs through a defender who has established a position, illegally displacing them and preventing them from making a play on the ball. The penalty for offensive pass interference is a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. The down is replayed, and signal 33 again is used to signify the specific call. Here are some additional resources that you can view that actually provide different case studies, as we've shared in the past with MIBT. I think they do a really good job of providing a video and then a rationale and give you something to think about as you're reflecting on some situations you've had, whether it's this season or prior season. in relation to, in this case, pass interference. There's also a video and it's the last link here, where football officials training pass interference. This video provides an example of each category of defensive and offensive pass interference. So after the brief description is done, you can actually have a video example of each and then use that as a point of reference when you're working with your crews throughout the rest of the season. But I think these are 4 great links that can help you continue conversations about how your crew identifies these categories, and then how you work together to signify how you communicate with one another when making a determination. Then lastly, just a few reminders as we move toward our week 4 games here this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So PAT and field goal coverage. Just a simple reminder, the wing official opposite the referee rotates to pair with the back judge at each goal post upright. The umpire does not rotate. It is important for the umpire to stay in position because the umpire is the one who has eyes on the snapper. If the umpire is moved, which has been the case in some games so far this year, then that visual is restricted. So again, the umpire stays in place for that reason. And then the referee must have clear vision of the holder and kicker. Typically, this is dependent on what leg the kicker kicks with, right or left, and where the holder is set will determine where that referee gets that clear vision of that hold and kick. Continue to complete your white hat reports, and thank you so much to all of the crew chiefs and leaders who have been completing these reports. They have given us a great deal of information for us, whether it's for data collecting purposes and or to follow up based on different situations. They really are beneficial for us, and we appreciate the timeliness of them as we continue to collect information, not only to support you, but make certain that we're supporting our schools and our student athletes to make certain that we have the best football season possible. So with that, this is the end of week 4's In the Trenches. Have a great week and good luck in this week's games.